Okay, Pyro and Scholar, one of the best builds to run right now. Alright, there's a lot of reasons why. Scholar has really good synergy with Chronomaster, which makes you really tanky and you have a lot of sustain. Ignite and Careful Study, those scrolls combined for like infinite wall hacks, kind of ridiculous. Pyro and Scholar also have some of the best starting scrolls in the game, so even if you can't get much skill points, you're still like, oh, alright, you know, you still get a lot from them. You have a lot more options, right? It's just the fact that you don't need a blink in this build is really good, right? It makes Chronomaster really good if you have Scholar. Even if you get the, I don't know, like if you have, with the way Scholar works, okay, if you have Chronomaster and Scholar, like every single scroll, alright? Not just the wall hacks one, not just the outline, Careful Study is really good. The other two become really good if you have Chronomaster. Especially if you have a belt that stacks rune charges. It's just really nice. You just get so tanky, it's kind of ridiculous. How you want to prioritize your scrolls? You want to go with Ignite and then Careful Study. That's basically your infinite wall hacks right there. I would go with at least 1 point of Fire, because there's going to be a lot of other people running Pyro probably in your lobbies. So you want to at least heal from their Ignite. You want to not take damage from that. That's, you know, then they can't. And also doesn't count as damage, so it doesn't reapply the Careful Study that they also might be running if they're also running Pyro Scholar. And then especially if you have a Chronomaster, Runic Study and Intense Loading are really good if you have Chronomaster. But they're also still good with like almost any other rune. So that's how you want to prioritize it. And yeah, you want to make sure at least have 1 point in Careful Study and Ignite. Like if you get Ignite, Careful Study as the 2 scrolls you choose from in a row, like go 1 Ignite, go 1 Careful Study, and then you can go back to going. You can go back to doing Ignite over and over again. And this might change if there's a lot of Pyros in the lobby. You might want to go with you might want to go with prioritizing Careful Study instead, because your Ignite won't do anything if they're healing, if they also have Born of Fire. But generally for now, I would go with more points at Ignite, just for the free damage. Okay, now for your builds, like Behemoth's gonna be like your best bet most of the time. Behemoth Amulet, it's so good, more attack speed, more spell damage, and the Behemoth Belt, like, even though they nerfed it, it still makes you tanky. It gives you that extra rune charge, which is really strong if you get to run Chronomaster. Sprinting boots, being fast is kind of busted, you know, you just kind of love that. Because you're going Scholar, the Runic Fluency Belt, alright, that's a lot of synergy. That's 50% rune reduction on whatever rune you have, and that's really good with Chronomaster, and still really good with Blink. Even though Blink's already a short cooldown, it's just it's a lot of blinks, and it's a really short cooldown. They're going to be resetting when you're taking damage, and Runic Inspiration, Intense Learning. It's just like when you have Scholar and you have Runic Fluency Belt, it's a lot of movement. If you know how to blink properly, you can really dodge a lot of stuff. But especially with Chronomaster, you can dodge a lot of stuff, and you can heal a lot, like a lot. It's actually absurd how much you can heal with more charges of Chronomaster. With Chronomaster and a Runic Fluency Belt, it's actually so that belt becomes so much stronger in this build. But also slacking and reinforced belts are also really good because you heal more and faster with your Chronomaster. So it's actually ridiculous. I wouldn't opt for Scribe boots if you have Chronomaster. I would just stick with Swift shoes. Unless you really like leaping boots or cat boots or something, that's preference for you. But I would stick with Swift shoes if I can't find sprinting shoes. Because you don't have much synergy with Chronomaster and Scribe. Well, I don't know. It really depends actually. If you have like a bunch of charges of Runic Fluence, if you have like a bunch of charges of Chronomaster, then I would do Scribe. But if you don't, then I would just stick with Swift shoes most of the time. And then for your amulets, right, besides Behemoth's the best. Dex is really good, especially if you're going to run Poison and Fire. It just synergizes really well. Conflag is insane. If you can't find a Dex or Behemoth amulet, it makes your Fire hit really hard. Other than that, you might want to go for a Nimble amulet. A Nimble amulet, if you like Poison, it really feels a lot better to have a little attack speed on there. One of the Scribe amulets, whether it be, or one of the sorcery amulets, whether it be the Scribe amulet or the sorcery reduction. If you like having more boulders or dragonfires available, that's really all up to you. So on the spreadsheet, right, this is kind of the order you want to level things. But if you already have 1 point in Ignite, you should put another point in Careful Study, and then you should max. You should go back into Ignite and level Ignite, right? So let's say if you're only getting Ignite and Careful Study, right? You should at least put 1 point in Careful Study and then go back to Ignite until that's maxed out. And then you can put Careful Study again. But also, these scrolls are really good. Like, you might only want 1 point in Ignite, honestly. These scrolls are really good over here. Oh. These scrolls, Runic Inspiration and Intense Learning, are really good if you have Chronomaster. Because they just give you less cooldown and another charge in your Chronomaster, which is really good. Okay? It works really well. Alright. The only downside that you can see from this build is that the Fire Gauntlet itself, right, is pretty bad long range. But that doesn't mean you can't be more careful with the fights you take, or you can run different gauntlets to take longer range fights. You can carry an Ice Gauntlet if you want, and you can pocket that. You can pocket an Earth Gauntlet if you want. I often do that. I usually try to carry Poison on my right side to always have my Dragonfire up. But it depends on the game, you know? Like, sometimes I don't get a blink, and I have Chronomaster or another rune, but hopefully Chronomaster. I'll keep Earth on my right side because I can just DPS check people. That just means I can like fight them, right? We can keep hitting each other, and I will out heal them with Chronomaster. And the way the way Scholar works and how many charges I have. But if I do get a blink, I don't want to be in their face. I'm gonna use probably poison on my right side for more dragon fires, and I can be in their face. You know, it's just a lot more versatility there. It's just a lot more synergy there with the poison goblin and blink than there is with Chronomaster, in my opinion. But I might still run a poison on my left side if I really feel like it.